Time for our daily tech and business report. There are utility boxes along San Francisco's Embarcadero painted to show robots with the word "Save the Humans." Today, Margie Shafer speaks with the entrepreneur, founder, and CEO of MyOutDesk, Daniel Ramsey. MyOutDesk offers human virtual staffing solutions that cost less than full-time workers. Ramsey explains how that's possible.
First thing is we're a global talent sourcer. So we have offices around the world, and we help businesses in the U.S. take advantage of lower labor costs globally, which is a very cool thing. And we have a human-first approach to AI. Find the best talent in the world, offer them to the best businesses in the U.S., and then equip them with the right technology so that everybody wins.
What is the vetting process for these assistants?
Yeah, it's pretty rigorous. Because we serve healthcare businesses and financial planners and banks and large organizations, we have a very strenuous check on their record, where they've been in the world, the jobs they've had, and also we have security protocols like checking their FBI grade background checks, health. We want to make sure that they're healthy, which is also a really big deal. And so we're just doing a bunch of vetting to our virtual assistants ahead of time so the businesses can get the best of the best.
So what types of tasks and services can they handle beyond administrative tasks?
One of my favorite stories is a boat broker in the south of Florida, it was crazy. He hired a virtual assistant to help him do his sales process and to help talk to customers and help customers kind of get the information that they wanted. We have customer service people, we have salespeople, marketing, operations, accounting. So we have a big gamut of available talent. And what we're really doing is just solving the pain point that most businesses have right now, which is they need people. They need people to help them do things. And that's what we are. And we also equip them with the tools and the technology. So you're not just getting a human who isn't trained or doesn't know what they're doing. We have a pretty robust onboarding process that includes technology.
So what are those tools?
Well, we've trained our own model, which is super cool. And so all of our assistants come completely equipped for day one readiness, which means they come into the business and they already have an understanding of the context of the business and where they're going and what they're doing. And that trained model is a really big deal because it acts as a thought partner to our virtual assistant as they're onboarding to the customer. So with context from the customer and understanding of what the job description is, we really get a jump start on the first 90 days of training.
I'm going to ask something not to be insulting, but I know a lot of people would be thinking about this. How is the English for interaction?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, one of the things that we have, another tool that we employ is an English kind of verification software, which, there's proficiency, which is perfect English, like they know exactly how to write and speak. And that's our standard for all of our folks. We get hundreds of thousands of applicants every single month. And the bare minimum is they have to be able to communicating with our clients and their clients in turn, and actually doing the job and telling the customer what's going on. I mean, that's really a big deal. And so communication and English, that's one of the basic, easy things that we make sure that everybody has 100% capacity to do.
And then how do you integrate with the existing systems that they have?
This is like any other employee. They just happen to not be in your office. And with the advent of remote work and what happened during COVID, most people are pretty used to this. You get a Teams account, you get them a company email, you get them into the training library, and our people are just off to the races typically.
Can you share an example or two about some successful collaborations you've had?
Yeah, we've got this really big client who, interestingly enough, I was speaking with the CEO and the COO, and they're like, Daniel, this has to work. We need it to work. And I'm like, guys, you have my word that this is going to work. And we went in and we looked first at their customer success team. Then we took over accounting. Then we started doing some ops stuff. And we just kind of slowly and systematically worked around their entire org chart, giving them opportunities of places that we could optimize. So we're looking for optimization. And for those that are listening are like, well, what about my physical employees? What about the people in the office? What we want to do for them is free them so they're working on the most critical projects, the most important work for the business. And so we'll do that by taking away 70, 80% of their day-to-day so they can focus on, growing revenue or finishing that project that really matters or the important work that only they can do. So that's kind of our whole model is, get talent, help that business grow, and move into the future.
And for people who want to find out more, where can they go?
Yeah, jump on our website, MyOutDesk. It's MyOutDesk.com, MyOutDesk.com, and you can grab a free consultation, and it's completely risk-free.
You can hear our Tech and Business Report weekdays at 12:30 on KCBS.